Welcome back to another episode of the Grow Your Daycare podcast. My name is Christina Rizakos, and today I have a really fun training that I know is going to help you discern between the type of content you're creating, what you're posting, and basically just how you're showing up online. Before we dive into the training, I want to make sure you know that we do actually have a marketing membership where we help you with social media content, video marketing, marketing training and consulting, and one-on-one strategy sessions. So if you want to get some more information on how you can join this membership, which is called the Childcare Business Growth Hub, check the description in this video. So let's get started with today's training. It's all about, you guessed it, social media and how to show up on social media in a way that's actually helping your childcare program. Because I know that if you're running a home daycare or a small preschool or even a center, that you do not have a lot of time to create content and create graphics and really just put a lot of thought behind what you are posting on social media. But it is so important if you are not leveraging paid traffic, meaning if you're not investing in Facebook ads or Instagram ads, okay? So if you're really just relying that someone just happens to see you on social media or happens to find your business page, then it's really important that you understand that this platform, although it may feel a bit overwhelming at times or just, a bit too much, that it is so important for you to be able to leverage it by creating content that actually grows your business and grows your reach, and not do these common mistakes that I see that we're going to talk about in a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to discuss, I think it's about 7 common mistakes that I see when it comes to content creation and childcare business owners, and then I'm going to share how to fix them. Okay. So if you are someone that is making these mistakes, good news, there is hope for you. You can actually go back, rewatch this training, and then just go in and fix the issue, okay? So the first mistake is lack of relevance. What does that mean? That means that your content, so every time you hear me say content, it basically means things that you're posting and sharing about on social media, on your website, and your newsletters, okay? So there's a lack of relevance to your content, okay? So your content may not resonate with your target audience, which in your case are probably local families with kids that are between the ages of 0 and 5. So you're creating content that isn't resonating with your people, okay? It doesn't touch their heartstrings. It doesn't connect with them on that level, things that they're interested about or things that maybe they're concerned with. These are all things that you have to think about every time you're putting content out, okay? And yes, it does take time, but once you do this well and you have like a good foundation on where to start, it's so much easier for you to create relevant content that actually grows your business, okay? So how do you fix this? Very, very simple. I want you to take the time to understand that your person, so the family that you want to have in your program, and what you have to get inside their heads and really just think about what their day-to-day looks like. What are their interests? What are their pain points? What are they struggling with when it comes to finding an amazing childcare for their child? Are they nervous about certain things? Is it something specific in terms of educational approach that they are considering? These things are so important, okay? You can do this a few ways. This is basic, simple market research, okay? You can conduct some surveys online. You can go on Google Forms, or even SurveyMonkey has great templates, and you can just put a very short questionnaire, maybe 4 or 5 questions, and just ask these questions. You can pull people on your Facebook business page or in local Facebook communities or even in your stories. And you want to make sure that you're doing this in a way where you're actually gathering the data, right? So you open up a folder maybe on your Google Drive and you put all this information in there. And you want to think again about what you're offering and what this mom and dad wants to see while they're scrolling on social media. Okay, what are their pain points? What are they looking for when it comes to childcare? Is it healthier meals? Is there more outdoor play? Is it no screen time during childcare hours? Is it being open a little bit later or staying up or dropping them off a bit early because they have to head to work? Maybe you're targeting families that have irregular schedules, right? And you want to talk about how frustrating it is when you're visiting daycares and everyone tells you, well, if you come after closing hours, we charge X amount of money per late minute, right, as fees. So these are all things to consider when you are creating content. Once you get this right, then I promise you that the parents that you want to have in your program, they're going to stop the scroll. They're going to take notice because you're going to hook them in with your message. Okay. So it's really important that anytime you're putting, let's say, a reel together, or you're going live, or you're recording a video, or even just putting a flyer together, you have to really create relevant content that is actually going to stop the scroll, speak to that family member, make them understand that I got you. I understand what you're going through. And this is how my center or my program can help you. And I promise you that you're going to get people in your inbox asking questions, right? So the second common error that I see when it comes to social media marketing and childcare business owners is poor timing. So as someone that runs a Facebook business page, you have access to your Meta Suites. And what that is basically is the back end of your Facebook business page, right? So if you're running ads, or if you're pre-scheduling content, you can actually go in the back end and you can track your insights, okay? When you don't do this and you don't know what your person or your ideal family is doing, let's say at 2 p.m. every day or at lunchtime, like you don't have an idea what their life looks like, and you're just posting content randomly, then your post or your piece of content is going to get lost in the feed. Okay. And we want, again, remember, if you're not leveraging paid traffic, you need to invest your time in creating content, but we want to be strategic about this and really just post at times when we know our people are online, right? So if you're posting content at all the wrong times, it can result in low visibility, low engagement. No one's going to see it. Your audience may not be online at that time, right? So it's really important for you to know when your only audience is online and when they're most active, okay? So if you go in your insights or if you're pre-scheduling content, there's actually a little button that says active times, so you can actually go in and leverage that. But if you know your ideal family, for example, when it comes to our marketing services and our agency, when we are creating content, I know because I have tracked the data that most of the people that we help are super busy throughout the day. So it's either we're going to post something super early in the morning, like before they open up their center or before the first kid arrives. So around 6 a.m. in the morning. Sometimes 2 p.m. posts work great because that's when the kids are kind of napping and the childcare provider is in their office or in front of their computer and they're checking messages and they'll see our content. Or it's in the afternoon around 6:30 p.m. That's when I see a lot of providers are, the kids are gone and you're kind of unwinding, and a lot of them kind of check in on their messages and they'll be able to see our post then, right? So I know that if I'm posting something at 9 or something at exactly at noon, or you know what I mean, no one's going to see it. So you have to know what a day in the life of your ideal family looks like. And for the most part, people are working between 8 to around 5, 6. So they're traveling, they're driving, they're dropping kids off at school and sports and all the things. So your best chances of getting their attention, it's either really early in the morning, because people do tend to grab their phone as soon as they wake up. It's just the way it works, unfortunately. Or at lunchtime, or maybe even in the afternoon when their kids are in bed, maybe around 8 p.m., right? But again, this is going to be different for you because every business is different. So you want to make sure that you're tracking your insights inside your Meta Suites, okay? And the more you do this and the more you see that, the people are more reactive at this time on this day, then you know that the next week you're going to really target that time and that date to create more content and to post on your business page. Now, if you don't want to be on social media throughout the day, then you can definitely just pre-schedule all this in as well, just to make your life easy, okay? The other mistake that I see a lot of providers making is posting, unfortunately, low quality content. So content that lacks quality or effort may fail to capture your audience's attention. So something really boring, something that is very blurry, images that you can't really tell if it's like like a drawing or something else. Like I've seen a lot of these go by on the social media. And it's just a shame because these are not going to help you reach more families. In fact, they may actually hurt your chances of getting seen online and really attracting families, because people can feel if you take the time to actually create something that's, educational or fun or, engaging versus something you just put together when you were on your bathroom break. Okay. So how do you fix this? Real simple. You need to invest some time and effort into creating high quality, visually appealing, and well-researched content. So you can use, obviously, Google. You could go on websites like canva.com. They have tons of templates and images and graphics and really just fun things that you can post and put together for your audience. You can create videos, you can get video ads, you can create reels, you can create infographics, right? If you want to post something more educational, there's a lot of things you can do with these templates. If you're not gifted in graphic design, like most of us are not, and these are just going to help you stop the scroll so much easier, and it's going to connect your message the right way, in a way that's more appealing to your audience, right? You want to make sure that the visuals are clear, that you're using high definition images and images that are going to make a mom and dad stop the scroll. Okay. You want to make sure that your messaging is on point and that it is engaging. Okay. It's really important. And at the same time, if you have, let's say, a brand that you want to follow, right? So let's say you have like branding colors or a tagline or something that you want to be sharing. This is where you actually go in and integrate it in all your art. So then people know as soon as they see, for example, your logo, that, oh, so-and-so's daycare just posted something. Let me go read it and see what that's all about. Okay. Inconsistent posting. So this is a big one for most of my clients because, again, this takes time. As you can see, it takes a lot of time to come up with different things to say every single day, and to have the time to create content that matters and that engages, and to put graphics behind it or videos. Like, it takes time, I'm not going to lie. So inconsistency is definitely going to hurt your efforts when it comes to social media marketing, because these algorithms, they thrive on consistent, engaging content. So if you're just posting once every 3 months, or only when you have enrollment, and then the rest of the year, like, nobody hears from you, then no one's going to see your content and people are going to forget about you. So you have to make sure that you take maybe a day or two, maybe a few hours each day out of your month, and have a day where you are creating contents and videos and graphics, and you're just pre-scheduling everything in. Again, leverage the tool on in your Meta suites called your it's under the planner. You can actually pre-schedule everything out so that you don't have to worry about it. Okay. What I tell my clients is come up with 4 or 5 things you want to share about, like what is your business known for, and think about your month ahead or your few weeks ahead and think, okay, what do I have going on? What are we doing with the kids? What do I want to share every Monday? And come up with different themes for every day. So for example, Monday can be something more inspirational to get people, excited about their week. Every Tuesday could be, a tip Tuesday for the families. Wednesdays, you can focus more on sharing a review or a testimonial or a success story. Thursday could be something a bit more business related, or something that has to do, let's say you have a promotion or an open house coming up, or if you have enrollment open, right? And just keep to that schedule and create content around that. And obviously keep updating your stories daily, and just kind of giving parents a behind the scenes look as to what it's like to be a part of your daycare, right? And that's how you stay consistent in the feed. And that's how people kind of remember you, right? Because this is the whole point of the social media is, yes, to put out content that really grows your online reach, but you want people to remember you and your brand and your business, so that next time they think of daycare, or let's say one of their friends tells them, hey, I'm looking for childcare, your business and your name pops up in their mind because you've done a good job at staying in their feed. Okay. A lack of promotion or call to actions. Again, everything you're posting on social media has a purpose behind it. We're not showing up online because we have nothing else to do, or because we want to snap a picture of our coffee and show it to everybody, right? Nobody cares about that. You want to make sure that you're posting content, and that you're always giving someone that next step. So whether that's, visit our website to get access to a free downloadable, or whether that's book a virtual visit, or get in on our email list and we'll send you a coupon code before this date, right? There's always a call to action leading people to what's next. Okay. Always, always, always. That's so important. And I think a lot of business owners forget that, yes, we're on this platform to be social, but we're intentional with our time because we do have other things to do throughout the day. So we want to go in, post, give them that next step, and then just, leave social media and go on and work with the kids. Okay. Another mistake that I see is ignoring audience engagement. So this is something where you'll post something and then people will comment or share or just, write something underneath, and then it goes unnoticed, or you just don't want to respond, or you need to do so and you forget. It's really important that you go on your social media maybe once every 2 days. And once you posted something, just to go back and see, did anybody respond? What did they say? Let me go like it and respond underneath. This way, your engagement is going to stay up. People are going to feel seen, right? Because you've actually taken the time to message them or to reply underneath. And this is going to help Facebook with, keeping your post in the feed, right? Because realistically, about 6% of people that follow you actually see what you posted. And that's not a lot. Again, if you're not paying for ads, you need to invest the time to sit and create content and really show up daily for your business. Okay. So by going back and just kind of showing appreciation, starting conversations underneath comments, it really does help foster that. Okay. Not utilizing hashtags. Okay. So there's a lot of, if you just Google hashtag generator, you'll find a bunch of free resources you can use. And then all you have to do is kind of save them in a file. So you can use the same hashtags when you're posting on Instagram. Facebook, not really, but Instagram, yes. So if you're not using hashtags and you're posting on, for example, on Instagram more than you are on Facebook, you're missing out on a lot of traffic, because people, when they go on these platforms, they usually search for stuff, right? So if you're targeting, let's say, for example, Christian moms that live in Montreal, Canada, you want to make sure that you're hashtagging that every time you're posting, so that these moms can actually see your content when you do upload brand new stuff on your platforms. Okay. And it really does help you reach a broader audience and attract more people that are interested in what you have to offer. Okay. Again, they have to be industry specific, meaning if I'm targeting Christian moms that live in a certain area, let's say in Montreal, downtown area, for example, I want to make sure that I'm doing some research to see what type of hashtags these moms are following, and then just always use them when I am posting on Instagram. Okay. So a quick recap, you guys, before we log off. Why no one is engaging with your content, some common reasons, and we talked a little bit about how to fix it. Number one, lack of relevance, really just posting things that are not connecting with your audience. Number two, poor timing, posting just about any time in the day and not really tracking the data. Number three, low quality content that is not high definition, blurry, fuzzy, boring, is not going to help you. Poor timing, again, you want to make sure that you are always posting and that it's consistent. No promo call to action. So this is something, again, that you always have to be thinking, what do I want these people to do next? Where do I want them to click on to take some type of action? No hashtag strategy, so not knowing exactly what people are following, for example, on Instagram, and not posting or using these hashtags every time you're posting. And no engagement, meaning you not going in and connecting with your people every time someone messages or someone connects or someone just says something underneath one of your posts. It's just so important that you take the time and you make sure that you are starting conversations, engaging with your content, especially if you put something out there that has been shared by people or tagged or commented underneath. That really resonated with your audience. So you want to create more content like that, and you want to encourage Facebook to keep it in the feed longer, right? By commenting and always just keeping it in the feed. So I hope that this video pleased you. I hope that you found some value in it. Let me know in the comments if you did. Make sure you read the notes in the description to find out on how we can help you really reach more online families using social media marketing and paid traffic. Other than that, have an amazing rest of your week. Have a blessed week, and I will see you next week. Bye for now.